What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? MonkeyFlop here, and welcome back to Fan Freaking Wrestling. Today we're going to go over the WWE SmackDown results for June 5th, 2018. And yes, there was a contract signing, so stay tuned for that. I'd love to know your guys' thoughts and opinions about it in the comment section below. I also included a poll. Please go and vote and let me know what you guys thought about SmackDown this week. Do you guys think it was a star-studded show? Do you think it was an average show? Do you think it was okay? Or do you think it sucked monkey balls? That's literally going to be in the poll. So I'd love to know your guys' thoughts and opinions about that. We kicked off the show with Carmella's entrance and her demanding everyone to stand to their feet for the Mella celebration. That didn't happen as she planned. Miss Money in the Bank actually started talking smack about Asuka, did an in-ring promo, and then it turned out that we had Asuka versus Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Paige actually approved that match and called it a handicap match, so it was Asuka versus Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. It was a really good match. There was a lot of running hip attacks and, you know, throws and drop kicks. But at the end of the day, what actually ended up happening was Asuka caught her in a Deville in a armbar. She reversed, and then Asuka locked it on, and that was pretty much it. That was the end of that match. Asuka won by submission with Asuka lock on Sonya Deville. Then we had Carl Anderson versus Luke Harper. Harper, explosive at the bell, like literally, like just going ham on Anderson in the corner, and it was awesome. Sliding elbows, getting Carl into the corner, beating him up, stepping on his head, like literally that happened, guys. Raking his eyes, drawing him back and forth, swinging him, whipping him, truck stomps. Anderson sidesteps and super kicks. Anderson won. Well, he won by pinfall, and it was a sight to see. That was a really high energy match right there. If you guys do have a second, go check out that match. I definitely do highly recommend it. There was a lot of energy in that match. Then next up, after that, we had Jimmy Uso and Naomi versus Rusev Day. Well, Rusev Days, Aiden English, and Lana. As a mixed match challenge, there was a lot of back and forth. My favorite part was Naomi just like flying through the air. Jimmy Uso is hilarious. I love him in ring, and he always makes me laugh. He always brings a smile to my face because he's always doing something stupid, something goofy. But Naomi was just like high flying. There was a lot of good, back and forth. But at the end of the day, Jimmy Uso and Naomi won by pinfall with a super kick from Jimmy on Aiden English. What actually happened was Naomi came from the top rope, swung out of nowhere. You can even see her in the camera's view. And then all of a sudden just like drops on Aiden English. Aiden English drops, gets back to his feet. Jimmy Uso super kicks him in the face, and they win by pinfall. Pinfall. And with the super kick. So that was actually pretty awesome. And then we had Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair. And there was a lot of Flair. There was a lot of woos. And there was a lot of flipping and tumbling. And Becky Lynch really put on a show. Charlotte always brings a show. But it was awesome to see that Becky Lynch actually stood out in the limelight and actually did her thing. And it was really awesome. Becky Lynch won by submission with a disarm her. So that was cool. And then next up, we had a Big Cass interview. And he talked a little bit about Daniel Bryan. It looks like they're going to continue the feud with Daniel Bryan and Big Cass for a while. So expect that in the mid-card. I'm not really excited about it. I love Daniel Bryan. don't get me wrong, like Big Cass is cool too, but this whole, you know, back and forth thing, it's sometimes some of these things grow old, and this one grew old a little bit too quick for me. But I'd love to know your guys' thoughts and opinions about that in the comment section below as well. Then we had the New Day, Big E, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods versus Rusev, Samoa Joe, and The Miz. What an explosive match. It started off with Miz in the woods. Miz and Xavier Woods. There was a lot of back and forth. There was a lot of good stuff. I don't want to spoil too much of the match, but Big E suicide spears on Miz, and then straps her down up on the shoulders, thinking that Midnight Hour would take him, but no, it didn't. It did not. And then what ended up happening was New Day won by pinfall with a Midnight Hour on The Miz. And that actually ended the show. And, well, what I could say is that, you know, the New Day versus Rusev, Samoa Joe, and The Miz was awesome. Xavier Woods got a lot of in-ring time. Compared to everybody else. He was like the one that was getting smashed on the most. But he did a fantastic job, hands down. He definitely held it together, and I really believe that that's the reason why the New Day won. You know, I don't know if Kofi Kingston would have started off, if the match would have went the same. I know Xavier Woods is a smaller guy, he's a smaller wrestler, but he's actually really talented, and he goes ham, dude. But anyways, that is actually going to conclude this. Let me know what you guys think about all of it in the comment section below. Remember to like, comment, share, vote in the poll above. If you guys are new around here, please subscribe with bell notifications on. That way you guys don't miss any of the sweet uploads. Anyways, that's it for me. I'll see you guys in the next news update. You guys are freaking awesome.